All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Smoking Nerf News. So I am right across the street from the place I was playing today, which was One North Park. I'm in a vacant field, and I see people smoking, and I'm right in front of the most gaudy monstrosity I have ever seen in my life. Yeah, forget about the Sears Tower. Forget about that hotel in Dubai. This thing, yeah, it's pretty and all, but they say it cost $500 million to build. I don't doubt it. Probably did. It looks like God shat and made a architectural baby. Yeah, that's what it looks like. So right now, I don't have a knife on me, so I'm just tearing off the cap of a Monte Cristo number 4. It's Sunday, so I gotta work tomorrow. And I wanted to do a day shot because all my last videos have been night. If you're in an emergency, you can do that. But it's just not the best way to smoke a Havana cigar. Fun with GoPros, huh? Especially ones that says has an SD card error. I've been running into that lately. Probably have to go in some support groups and figure out how to figure out my ways around this. Now, of course, I'm lighting with matches, and any little bit of wind makes it impossible to light a cigar. As you can see. Well, that's about halfway lit. Well, that's a dirty way to light if you have to. Now this one won't go out. Oh, funny. Freaking funny. I had all those that would just blow out like in 2 seconds, and this one, even when I want it out, it doesn't go out. That's funny. So anyway, put this in a box to throw away so the Singapore police don't get mad. What is new lately? Let's see. NVZ. In some trauma, in some trouble, in some danger. They're talking about changing NVZ to Endgame. There was some issue with, I guess, hosting the game, but everyone I talked to doesn't really know what in the hell is going on. You know, Ohio State University Humans vs. Zombie Invitational. Yeah, they're rolling. Pretty soon, 4 weeks from now, and they have a thing that they're going to save rock and roll. They're doing a charity to save rock and roll. That's where the proceeds go. That is a very worthy cause, in my opinion. Some people don't give much a care about rock and roll, but me, who grew up in the 80s, I do. My friend Evan got on the air. He got on television about safety and Nerf battles and what it takes. I think so did my friend Paige. Pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. My friend's got some media exposure. Go on Death by Nerf Blasters and check it out. And of course, we have a barbecue at the end of this month on Singapore Nerf. If you're in Singapore or you're going to be in Singapore and you want to be at the barbecue, sign up. It'll be $20 Singapore, and they're going to cater barbecue. Everything is going to be a really cool event. So far, I think about 40 people have signed up, including myself. That's really, really bitching. I want to talk to you about something. There is a contest for the Zeus 2. Whoever can mod it the best and gets the most votes on Jet Blaster's Facebook page wins 500 smackers. That's right, 500 bucks. You have to put in your location, your name, and your PayPal. Now I want to explain some of the rules and why we have them. Okay. So number 1, no black blasters. Oh, the number I put on it was 80% black. No, anything past 80% black won't fly. We don't care if you get all the votes. It's black, we're not going to count it. Okay? So, you have to use the pump grip, you have to use the backstock, everything else. But that doesn't mean you can't do something like 3D print something over it. Pretty good idea. Especially since a lot of people think that the stock and the grip should be really, really different. Now, let me tell you something that me and my engineer friend that works at Jet Blasters is going, and we're growing by leaps and bounds, by the way. Found out you can move the stock back maybe an inch or two, but after that it becomes too long of a draw, and it becomes too back for even a guy my size. You do it, you know what I'm saying? Just too long. So so a lot of people are asking for like 3 inches long, whatever, but you got to remember the draw on a long shot is a lot longer and farther out than a draw on, let's say, a Retaliator. Retaliator, you can put this big M4 buffer tube and just use your normal, M4 stock on it, and it will work great. But on a long shot, it's a different story. Not just because you can't mount an M4 tube on there, but because of the longer draw with the front, it becomes too much. So I say an inch or two if you're going to do a 3D printed thing, if you want to make something longer, but you have to use the parts. Okay, nothing that makes it a weapon. No milsim stuff, no sharp bayonets, no anything that makes it look like a weapon. As a matter of fact, the more toyish is probably the best. Nope, I mean, I understand a lot of people like milsim. I have nothing against milsim. My first Nerf league I played in was milsim, okay? I had no problem with it. But to me, I kind of like the fact that Nerf is Technicolor. That's just me personally. So, if you're gonna run, if you're gonna do it, also hydro tipping, special effects, LEDs, all legal. Use whatever paint you want. You want to put carbon graphite on the blaster? Sure. You want to make a stormtrooper rifle? Great. I mean, go that route. I mean, really, I think the most special effects looking blaster would look really cool. You can use any kit you want as long as it's a long shot mod. Okay. Rules are, of course, subject to change without notice, and the final decision is, of course, Jet Blasters. All right. So that's the contest that we're running, and we're running it till the beginning of April. And let's just see the best man win. I mean, I really think that I've seen a few on the Nerf Turf forum that a lot of people are designing for the Exoustone. We haven't seen a lot of these yet because I've seen a lot of people working on it for the contest. But we're going to see quite a few, I think. And still the question looms though. I was away for a day, and I hear all this stuff about NVZ. A huge shitstorm on a couple of these, forums about NVZ going, yeah. So I guess NVZ is not going to be in Ohio, which it's either not going to be in Ohio or it's not going to happen at all. Really, in the comments, tell me what's going on with NVZ. I don't understand what this camera's doing. Maybe I need to get new flash cards. Maybe I need to, maybe it's overheating. It is Singapore. I don't know. But just tell me what's going on. I will say this though. Armageddon has run, I think, since 1999. And we've managed to do it in a schoolyard in Glendora. Now it's been in a few places. All of them are schoolyards in Glendora. And it was that Scoon was really good with the community, really good with the police, really good with, everybody, and didn't make waves, and picked up all our darts, everything else, and we were allowed to keep playing there. Which is kind of what I say to the Singapore kids here. If you handle playing and you handle transporting your blasters and not putting them in clear or see-through plastic bags, opening them up and placing them on like benches at the MRT, stuff like that, nobody knows. No one's gonna give you any shit about it, man. You handle it responsibly, no one's gonna give you shit about it, man. And I want people to have a little bit more caution, not just in Singapore but in the States too, because Nerf is starting to, in my opinion, raise a red flag. Now a lot of people would say, okay, Chris, well, you're one of the culprits, really. You play a Stefan blaster, you shoot long range, yeah, and you used to be kind of a dick with blasters. You used to be kind of a douchebag until the Nick and Scoon taught you not to be a dick, okay? Well, that's true, but what I'm saying is I've done other things where I concealed stuff and didn't bring it out, you know, I was able to have the privilege of concealing. Well, it's no different. Why can't we do that now? It's not that hard. And the main thing is, if we use things responsibly, we get to keep it. If we don't, we lose it. But it's not just that person that loses it, it's everybody. And unlike United States, where it's the, you know, the gun, you know, the Constitution says we can bear arms. And all they can really do is restrict us a little bit. Well, Singapore, it's a little different. So, and toys definitely a little different. Remember that toys are not protected under the Constitution. So we want to keep this a cool sport. But I will say this: attacking the Milsim people and attacking the Stefan people is not the answer. Okay, there are offenders of full-length flywheel everybody blaster. Okay, people paint their blasters and act like a douche with any level of blaster mods. People, you do it with air guns, people do it with snap pulls, people do it with flywheels, people do it with modded stock. It doesn't matter. It's in general just modding. Okay, so what I would like to do is say those two things, but also just don't resort to finger pointing. It's all our job, it's all our responsibility to keep this sport and to keep the right to play Nerf at parks and the right to play Nerf in semi-public. You know, when we have pedestrians that come into our battle area, we say stop. We don't get mad at the pedestrians. You don't look at them dirty. We respect them. It's their land too. It's their park too. Okay? We act cool. I mean, the only time that a CV ever walked into my area and got douchey with me, she was like this 70-year-old lady who looked like she hasn't gotten laid in 20 years. And I was shooting my Ultramatch Fire Strike, and I was at Redondo Beach, and I was shooting it, and there was nobody around, and she crossed in and says, hey, so I said, policeman just walked right by in that direction. Why don't you go talk to him? And she did. Now, I got out of that place, but that police officer, I talked to him later, and said, you know what, that lady's just got a bad attitude about everything. She complains about her neighbors. She complains about everyone. So honestly, just don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. But if you want to shoot actually the indoor garage in the day, nobody ever parks there, just shoot in that garage. You know, that's probably a better place to do it than the public. And that's what I did from now on. And you've seen quite a few test fires where I shot in that one park by Redondo Beach, that one parking lot. And it also had less wind and other less issues. It also made sure that I was shooting flat. A lot of people were doubting that my shots were flat, but they were. And a lot of people would doubt because they were just really, really incredible. I really want you, I can't stress that enough. Let's not raise any more red flags. Let's not blame one section of the community or another section of the community or another section of the community. Because, I mean, there's bad apples in all sections of the Nerf community. It doesn't matter. I mean, when you're talking about people who flywheel, people who go modded stock, people who do homemades, people who do air guns, people who do Stefan Springers, people who shoot long shots, it doesn't matter, okay? I'm much more the shoot Stefan long shots and shoot long range pistols kind of guy, okay? And I see a lot of that attitude that I don't like, where people go, oh, you Milsim people started it, da, da, da. So until next time, don't you go changing, or I'll have to build a building bigger than that and more hideous looking too. Peace out.